We just finished the latest edition of our webinar masterclass series, and a big thank you to everyone that watched our session live. We had a really lively group. There was so much love and kindness that was shared with me. I very, very much appreciate all of the kind feedback that was shared during today's session. Really excited about seeing everyone next week at ISC West, and I'd like to give a couple of big thanks really quick. Big thanks to our two sponsors for that of the webinar series, and that's Recognize as well as NAPCO. So if you're not familiar with Recognize, they are an AI-based video verification overall ecosystem or platform. They've just joined the Vosker team, and you can learn more about them as well as some of the new exciting things that will be taking place at their booth at ISC West. And by the way, if I only ask one thing, I'll ask you one thing. You can give a big thanks to Recognize and to NAPCO at their booths at ISC West and let them know you appreciate them sponsoring our webinars. We'd greatly appreciate that. So Recognize is booth 2103. And speaking of NAPCO, so NAPCO, if you're not familiar with NAPCO, you can literally run your entire security or fire business across all their solutions. NAPCO is going to be at booth 12031. That's 12031. If you can let them know you appreciate them sponsoring our webinars, I'd greatly appreciate that. We had a number of interactive questions. We had a lot of feedback. I'm not going to get into great detail right now, but we did a really deep dive, and I went live onto that of Google search engine results page. I explained the differences. We had a lot of good questions in terms of how you can position yourself outside of ads. At the end, I think it's like a 30 plus page, I think it's 30 plus pages, if my memory serves me correct, an actual step-by-step checklist blueprint as to how to implement all these changes that I discussed during today's webinar. But AI has changed everything. And remember, search engine or SEO doesn't stand for search engine optimization anymore. It stands for search everywhere optimization. So these are the things that we discussed in great detail. I'd love to get your feedback. Speaking of ISC West, for those of you that are going to be present, which I think are most of you, we have our second annual Kingpins and Cocktail event. This is going to take place on Wednesday, March 25th from 5:30 to 8:30. It'll take place at Ellis Island Casino and Brewery in the front yard, which is their restaurant. We're going to have the entire restaurant take over, including both levels. We already have, as of this recording, about 500 RSVPs, but I expect for the lion's share of the RSVPs to actually come over the weekend and next week, Monday through Wednesday, leading up to the event. So I would suggest for you to RSVP for it right away. Big thanks to that of our co-hosts, which is Seymour Group, WBFA, and CA. We've done a lot of planning, really super pumped, really super excited about spending some time together with hundreds of our friends and industry professionals and colleagues. I want to lastly just give a big thanks. Two last things I want to talk about. I want to give a big thanks to that of our sponsors of our Kingpins and Cocktails event. And our diamond sponsor is Kidda Commercial. Big thank you, Kidda. You'll be able to learn more about them if you're not familiar with them, if you do fire, when you come to that of our event. Also, Flex Security is our platinum sponsor, and they are a mobile surveillance trailer manufacturer based in the Midwest. Also, our silver sponsor is Emergency 24, and our bronze sponsors are AlarmMax, Bundy Group, Highland Tech, and Telgart. A big thank you to all of our sponsors. Really look forward to seeing everyone this next week at ISC West. And the last thing I just want to share with you is we just announced that of our next webinar. So it's going to take place April 21st. From 10 to 11 Pacific time, which is going to be 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock Eastern time. And we're going to be discussing the revenue engine, how elite security companies align sales and marketing growth for 10x growth. What's really special about this is I'm going to be co-presenting this with a good friend of mine. I think many of you know exactly who is when I reference him by name, Mr. Dean Belisle from DMP. This will be the first time that he and I are sharing the stage together. I'm really pumped about this. And by the way, this is a two-part series because it's super important. But we're going to be talking about how you align sales and marketing to really be more of that force multiplier, to be that revenue engine. And the reason why it's a two-part series is we're going to set the stage, talk about strategy and systems, and then in part two, we're going to get into that of the actual tactical approach as well. So, Dean, I really, really appreciate you being open to sharing the stage with me, and really look forward to going through this session together. I also look forward to seeing you next week along with thousands and thousands of our industry friends and colleagues. When we see each other next week, please come over and say hi. Please come, by the way, come by our booth, 1039, I believe is the number. It's all the way in the left, all the way in the front. Love to have you, if we haven't met, love to meet in person. Also, I think we'll have 8, 9, or 10 members of our team there as well, including myself. You get to meet our heads of department and a number of the bright. I get to take a lot of the credit good, but it's not me. It's all about the team. You get to meet the actual individuals in the team that really make SD marketing work, including that of my business partners. So until next time, make it a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next week.